Ready to start this?
Here we
shit,
go.
Nick?
Let's start this turd.
Let's go.
Oh! Yep.
We're good. Cheers, brother.
Not too bad. Not too bad. All right.
I got nothing in my headphones, so.
Yeah, you got nothing in your head. Yeah, that is. Well, welcome everybody. We're officially live here. The champagne is popped. Tim Hanlon plugging in his. Oh no. He took my headphones out as well. Yeah, now I got no headphones. Wow, this is just. How about it? All right, you got it. All right, we're back, guys.
And we're live.
And we are live.
Gonna hook you up some
it's
bubbly?
good to be back. Yeah, please. It's good to be back. This is it's the highlight of my week. Every week we get to come in here and honestly, I do like when Tim pops the champagne. Just taking a look over to see.
Just, it gives it a little festive feeling.
Thanks,
you know what
man.
I mean?
Now this one we didn't let it chill for too long.
It's good. It's good.
Warm champagne is it's kind of good.
Well, welcome to the Dope City Podcast,
Welcome, everyone.
y'all.
Yeah, this is good stuff. All right. Well, we had a very busy week, did we?
Good news, y'all.
Yeah, there's some good news. We got some new dates, guys.
We do.
A lot of people are sitting around this quarantine, crying, masturbating, eating, and we're trying to get booked. So we got what are the new ones to announce? We got in July. That's when we feel it'll be safe to go back out there. July 1st, we're in Tempe at the Improv there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. July 2nd, we're gonna do CB Live. That's in Phoenix, which is one of my favorite clubs. I fucking love it. Cheers, brother. And then we're going to our home club, West Palm Beach. That's going to be July 15th. And we have a hold on Miami. We'll see if that one comes through. We're trying to do that one on the Tuesday before on the 14th.
So it's coming back together, guys.
That's
back
three
to
new
normalcy. I love it.
But the comedy gods giveth and then they taketh. We did have to cancel San Jose for this month, for May 20th and 21st.
Yeah, every day I wake up, I check my email. We lost another date.
It's okay.
But we're trying to add them back up.
But we're coming back in. We got a lot of
Moving them
feelers
back.
out there for other ones. So
Take some time off and,
we'll hope to be announcing it. What do you think about some of these clubs that are opening up at 35% capacity?
God bless them. I hope it works out.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, we've been to a few that are going to open back up at like 6 foot distance. And
I know. It's just, it's better than nothing. I think it's great.
Here's the thing. We usually play like 300 seaters. If I could just pick the 100 people that I want to come in, that would be great.
Well, the thing is, I wonder how because what's great about comedy is when they're packed in, it's very intimate. If they're all kind of spackled around, I'm just wondering how.
It's not the best way to see
if you put
them,
100 people in a 300 seater and they're all.
Yeah. It'll be fine. It'll be good.
It's better than nothing, dude. It's better than a Zoom show. And, I'm not trying to knock on if you're doing Zoom shows, but you're trying your best. But those things, anything live has got to be better than that.
Yeah.
So it's something.
And I think people are going to want to get out by the time we get out there. Would it be July?
July 1st, dude. Yeah.
We got some dates in June, but we'll see about this.
June 10th, Brea, and then we're going to go to Boise the 18th through the 21st. We'll see. We're hoping on those ones still.
Those will probably come through.
That's
mid-June.
How's Boise's not? Is Idaho even getting affected?
They're fine.
I think they're
Boise's
good.
fine.
I think you should go.
Couldn't be better.
If you're Boise, just go. If you're in Boise, just walk around outside.
Yeah.
No masks.
Jump in the river. It'll all be good.
Just pull a Pence.
Yeah.
Pull a Mike Pence.
Don't wear the mask so we can look you in the eye.
What do you think of that? He's at the Mayo Clinic, just fucking raw dogging it.
Raw dogging life, man.
Dude.
You know what? Here's a funny thing. If Pence toured a hospital without wearing a mask. Okay, fine. We understand. He's got a position for. But like, have you ever been the only one in a room not doing something? Like, have you ever gone to like a Jewish temple and everyone's got the yarmulke on and you're not
throw it
like,
on, right?
Yeah, let me throw it on. You play a baseball game. Everyone's wearing a baseball cap and you're not. It feels weird. So like, he had to notice he's the only one walking around.
From what I understand is. And I don't follow everything too closely, but Donald Trump had been pressed if he was going to wear a mask. He made it very clear he doesn't want to wear a mask. So I think that little Mikey can't wear a mask and then make Don look bad.
So it comes from the top.
Yeah, he's got it his excuse was I don't have it, so I don't have to wear it. Like, it's so stupid.
I hear they're selling them on the streets.
Yeah, dude, you can get them. I went to Home Depot today, and there was someone in the parking lot selling them 2 for $8.
Like homemade or actual mask?
No, I mean I didn't get too close.
I seen the guy on Hollywood Boulevard selling homemade ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a Burger King bag ripped up.
Well, this one was they were like 2 for $8 or something like that, and they were just they looked like just a little whatever.
Yeah,
Bro,
you gotta do it, man.
It wasn't that he couldn't get a mask. It wasn't that he couldn't like.
He was in a hospital. He's the vice
He
president.
made
I'm sure
a
they could have made one available
choice.
to him.
Yeah, he made a choice not to. But whatever are you gonna do? He's the VP.
He's VP, and he's got to look good. He's got to represent the country.
He had what was it? He said
He
he had
needed
to-
his stoic wooden face touring around. Do you imagine you're in there with COVID and Pence comes in to visit you? How are you doing? Oh Jesus!
so gross.
Right.
Well, hopefully he doesn't have. Well, like I said, he gets tested, and then he goes on. He's bragging about it. He's like, I get tested 10 times a day. So, and a lot of people can't even get tests. He's like, yeah, I'm just.
Is Pence getting
burning
tested
these
10 times a day?
He says all the
A lot?
time. Everybody
Alright.
knows is getting tested. The tests are happening.
That doesn't stop you from getting it though.
Or spreading it. Or I mean, again, just put the mask on.
I would.
Also, then you don't have everyone talking about it like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Just throw that bad boy on.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how washing your hands used to be. Like you did it just so like nobody would. Hey, wait.
You know what? Like that's the one thing about this.
Like you didn't. Like when you're in a public bathroom, like you just if you go in and no one's in there and you're peeing, you're usually walking right out.
Really?
I am.
See,
Yeah.
that's exactly what COVID has taught all of us.
But then if
it's
someone-
a lot of gross, grimy people
But then
out
if
there,
somebody, if someone else is in there, then you got to play the game. Oh, we're all doing that.
man.
Oh,
I'm a hand washer, man. Yeah. I'm a hand
Okay,
washer.
all right. Public bathroom's a little grosser, but like at home, are you after every pee at your house?
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Not just because I pee, just because I like to wash
How
my hands a few times.
dirty
a
is
day.
your dick? That you
It's
can't
not
take
that.
one
It's just
pee.
I'm already in the bathroom. The soap's right there. Just wash my hands.
You know what it is? I don't like having
like-
wet hand then dry hand. It's a process to wet dry. Also,
I like my hands to smell like soap, though.
living in Chicago and stuff like that, living in the Midwest, when it's wintertime, that water comes out so cold.
Now you got a point.
And it's just like, all right, I'll just have a little dick skin on my hands, so to say. Germs, dick skin germs. But I don't know. Listen, you poop and you get in there, you got to wash. But on a pee at home?
Yeah. I wash my hands every time I walk by a sink.
I'm a big washer now.
I didn't think I was that unique. I thought that was normal.
You might be normal. That might be gross.
Yeah, I think you're kind of gross.
I think a lot more people are lying to themselves. You wash after every pee at home.
Yeah. I don't think that's that crazy.
I don't think it's that crazy, but I think that I would say more than 50% of people don't wash after every pee at home.
All right. Well, maybe we'll get that straightened out.
Well, we can only hope. But anyway,
right.
man. Well, hopefully the comedy clubs will be open back up in any capacity we can go.
It's going to be a different experience.
I wonder if they'll do
They're,
different innovations, different.
Yeah, maybe they'll do. Maybe the clubs will take this time to fix what's going on there. You know, I saw that Bricktown's opening up. They're only seating less than 100.
Right.
They're taking people's temperatures, and
At the door.
The staff is going to wear a mask. So, like, I don't know, man.
Comics aren't going to wear a mask, right?
No, you can't. Can you imagine wearing a mask into a comedy?
No, that would suck.
Unless you're a ventriloquist.
Yeah.
I might start carrying a puppet around with me.
Then you're good.
Yeah, I'll fucking kill the game. He can say all the racist shit I'm thinking in my head.
Just get CJ to say it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe a lot of people said that this is like a reset for the country. A lot of people are like resetting the way we look at things. Maybe it'll change the comedy game for the good.
Hopefully they'll
Maybe
have-
we can figure out check drop. Do you think we can
Oh.
figure that out and stop doing it the way we did it in 1962?
Dude, check drop is the most.
Jesus.
How is that still happening the way it happens? Because I've heard other comics like. So if you're not familiar at home, so check drop is like, it's usually the last about 20 minutes before the show is over. They will drop all the checks at once in the comedy club, and then everybody starts looking at their check. You can, if you're on stage during check drop, it's indescribable how much you feel it. Everyone's paying attention, everyone's laughing, and then everyone's check goes down. And then, like, dude, as soon as people start seeing, like, I paid $19 for 2 Coronas, like, they don't give a fuck what you're
You
saying
lose their
anymore.
attention immediately.
We're talking about, like, this cool story about how you farted on. No one cares.
Well, just
No one cares anymore.
the in general, the way comedy clubs are set up right now, it's just a lot of it just doesn't make sense. The whole ordering process, it's like we can do this better now.
Do we go? I go to restaurants and they have like kiosks on the table. That's what they're called.
Like a little iPad or something.
It's like a little computer thing on the table. You go to Chili's, they have them in Darden restaurants, and you can like order drinks and food. You can pay right there. I don't know. The only reason I think that they like maybe a waiter or waitress at the table in the comedy clubs is to enforce like a 2-drink minimum rule. Also, as soon as someone's drink's empty, the server's supposed to be on it. Let me get you another one.
Yeah,
And
but
it encourages more sales apparently, but. As for the performer, man, it's brutal, man. Like when you got someone in the front row ordering and you're doing, I mean, it's not like there's a big barrier between us. The guy's
No.
right there.
it's the best thing about it. And this is I mean, it's a double-edged sword because this is one of the reasons why I think comedy clubs are going to come back so strong. Everybody's been locked in a room forever. They've been watching TikTok and they're watching things online, but it's not that real connection that you get. You only get that in a comedy club.
Yeah.
When you see someone like on stage right in front of you talking to what's real. And then,
the best.
But the bad side of it is that, like, I can hear you. I can hear you ask if they have Corona Light.
Yeah, it's the worst when they're ordering nachos. Like, I don't want any tomatoes, and then someone's like, tomatoes on half. They're like, can we put tomatoes on half? And the guy's like, I don't know, I have to ask somebody. And the guy's like, well, just pick them up. And like, dude, you're on stage.
Can I get
and
my
you hear
steak medium
all
rare?
this,
It's like,
dude.
you're at a comedy club. Just get whatever they give you and be quiet.
And here's the thing: a lot of times there'll be servers that are trying to keep it quiet, keeping it quiet.
God bless them.
Some servers, I mean, I'm telling you, bro, and it seems to always be the ones right up front. They don't give a fuck, dude. They're just like they'll tell people to speak up. Huh, I can't hear you. What you want? Like, and you're just like front row, and you're like, Jesus.
I was doing a show at a club in St. Louis one time, and this girl. And I mean, that's the thing. We're all human. So half the staff at the comedy club, half of them are amazing, you know. But every once in a while, there's someone who just doesn't give a shit about the show. You know what I mean? Like they don't give a damn about the show. And this one girl, she was definitely having a bad day. And I was sitting in the back of the room. The show was going on, and she had taken a tray of empty bottles and walks to the back of the. And some of the, you know, there's big clubs and there's small clubs. The big clubs, they have like a kitchen and all that stuff is separate. So they bless the table and they go out of the room. This one had like a garbage can in the back of the room, but it wasn't a huge room. So she's only 100 feet from the stage, and she takes a tray of probably a dozen bottles, walks to one of those big garbage cans, and just dumps the whole thing out while the comic's on stage talking. And it just sounds like
ding, 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 ding,
fireworks
ding, ding.
are going
Yeah.
off. And I was like, gee, you know, like I jumped 3 more times that night. She does the same exact thing.
So
there's
a comedy club in Marco Island, used to be called Captain Brian's, and they had on whatever night of the weekend it was. I think it was like Thursday or something, but they would do like a deal on margaritas. I think it was like 2 for 1 or something like that. And you had an option of on the rocks or frozen.
Okay.
And no one's not taking frozen. Like it's just
No.
everyone's but
I'm a frozen
so
marg guy.
it's one of these clubs where it was a restaurant that kind of like got like turned into a night, like a comedy club at night kind of thing. So the bar is to your left. When you're on stage, there's no barrier. It's just about maybe 20 yards to your left. So, but it's like 2 for 1
Open bar.
margarita night. Everyone's going frozen. So you're in the middle of your joke. You're like, hey, yeah, anyone been to the mall? You know? And it's just like, and you just, bro, the whole night it's just frozen margarita after frozen margarita being made, and that blender goes off, and you're looking around. You're like, dude, how is this the best way to do this?
Because I hate to break the margarita's headlining that club. Not you,
Oh
bro.
my, it's so true. That's
people
so
are
true.
coming for the margs.
Nobody
They're
gave up.
staying for
Yeah.
your dick jokes. Yeah.
But it was.
I mean, if anyone had to choose,
Listen,
they're probably
that,
going margarita.
listen, that
over
wasn't
Red Velvet.
like a big time A room club at the time. You know, I get so
It's almost an A room.
it was, dude. They got great acts in there. They did good shows, but it was
Physically, it's not an A room, but the lineups are.
no, they got great acts.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know, man. I'm like, how hard is it to make
The
it?
blender is the arch enemy of the comic, man.
Just put there's a brick wall. Everything else is dark. You got a nice low ceiling. There's a guy with a microphone, and then you got little cabaret tables, maybe some candles on it. That's it. That's
it. That's all you
it's
need.
the easiest thing to set up.
I did a
People fuck it
show.
up.
Where were you at with the blender?
That was in Marco Island.
Oh, at Off the Hook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cousin Brian's.
Yeah, I did a. Well, that's the thing. Florida, they love their drinks, man. They love their frozen. I did a show in Fort Myers, and kind of the same set. It's kind of same setup as Off the Hook. You're on stage and you can see the bar. Anytime you can see the bar,
Oof.
that's you're having a hard time.
You ever be bombing and you make eye contact with the bartender and he's just not having it? You don't bomb.
Sounds
Yeah,
horrible.
yeah.
Huh?
I remember
Actually, when you're bombing, the bartender's usually like your only friend, man.
No,
I
'cause a lot-
love the bartender.
I'm saying usually you go to the bartender to look because they're
Yeah.
like laughing and shaking. But I mean, there's
and
times
and
where
he's just shaking
where
his
you
head.
can, where you're
like,
bombing and you look over and he's just like, man.
You're not even getting it. Remember
brutal.
Atlantic City, where you're performing in front of the bar.
Oh
Remember
my
that
God.
club?
That was well. The
room wasn't as bad as it sounded.
was okay. It was
but
in a
you're on
nightclub.
stage and the bartender is directly behind you. Like the stage is in front of the bar. So like you'll tell a joke and then you look back and the bartender's like right beside you. Sometimes you can hear him laughing. He's the only one laughing.
yeah. Well, that room, it was like a nightclub in Atlantic City. That was a brutal one. A lot of drunk people.
Oh, but I did a. Have you done shows in Florida yet?
No, not in
CJ.
Florida. I've never done Florida.
Oh, it's
I
great.
haven't done anything except for Louisiana, Texas, California. Yeah, that's it.
All right, so you're cutting your teeth. Okay. All right. When you get a little bit calloused up, you get a little bit road weary, then you can take your fucking cheesy little Louisiana ass down to Florida and get your
Go to Florida.
fucking
That's
heart ripped out of your chest.
You got the best heckle ever in Florida when you're doing the comp.
Florida's tough, man.
He's doing a show in Fort Lauderdale.
It's fun, but it's like leave your ego at the door.
Tim's doing one of his little smart jokes in Fort Lauderdale, and he does a joke, and it falls flat. And this dude just yells in front of him. He goes, "We didn't come here to learn." Fucking gosh.
Sorry, dude.
That's how it is in Florida, man. This
Yeah,
guy's
Florida.
trying to be smart. Take that shit somewhere else, buddy.
Make some fart sounds.
Dude.
There,
Yeah.
See? Works every time, man. You could have told me a fact. I wouldn't have laughed.
God, dude. Whoever invented the fart, man. Ooh, doggy.
Ooh-wee.
That was a good one.
Oh, so I was in where the fuck was it? It was Fort Myers. What was that club? Laughing. I'm at the Laughing, and again, the bar is in the middle of the room. So the stage is in the corner. It's not an A club, but it's a full comedy
okay.
club. It's not even a half restaurant. It's a club. Comedy club. And I'm performing, and this was years ago, and I wasn't that experienced, you know. So I'm you're a little bit nervous and stuff, and I'm doing my joke, and the guy starts the blender, you know, in the middle of my joke. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. All right. So I'm trying to rile this, and I was first one I was emceeing. So I'm trying to rile up the crowd, you know, trying to get their attention. And the guy starts the blender, and I do my joke, and I finish my joke. The blender's still going. I start another joke. I get into that one. I finish it. The blender's still going. And
Jesus.
finally, I was just like, "Hey, man, like, what's going on with the? What are you making?" You know, and he yells back at me in the middle of the show. He's like, "It won't turn off." I was like, what? The blender breaks in the middle of my set, and it's just stuck on. It's just going, and everyone can. It's as loud as the microphone.
Ooh.
And so I guess I was the only one there that thought like, "Hey, how about you unplug it? You know, maybe." And he looked at me and goes, "Oh yeah."
And you just
he
unplugged it?
He couldn't turn the thing off. It was just stuck on.
That was in Florida, right?
Yeah, of course.
There you
Yeah,
go.
of course.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Frozen margarita night.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's just certain things they do that just are weird still. It's like it's almost like old tradition. Like this is just how it is. This is how it always was, and this is how we do it.
But
and-
see, there's like that's a experience that you learn. Like from now, you know, if you go to a club and there's an open bar now, I would tell the bartender, "Hey, no frozen drinks." They'll probably not follow through on it. But there's things like you can, like when we were in did you do Austin with us?
no.
Okay, we did Austin the night before we hooked up with you in Texas, and a cool venue.
Oh, I love that place. Speakeasy.
Speakeasy.
Yeah,
It's this
super
really cool music rock venue, mixed art venue. But upstairs it has it literally had a bowling lane, and a ping
Pool
pong table and a pool table that was upstairs, but you could kind of see the showroom from where it was. But here's an old trick I learned in Florida. There was a pool table up there. You go over there if you're ever a comic doing a shitty bar show. This was a nice place, but if you're ever doing a shitty bar show and there's a pool table, grab that cue ball. Grab that cue
walk
ball and
away,
hide
yeah.
that shit. Throw it out the door because inevitably some jackass
Someone's gonna
is
wanna
come
play,
in there
yeah.
and try to.
And you're not gonna win
Rack
that.
them
You're
up.
not gonna win that back and forth if someone's
No.
playing. You're like, "Hey, what are you doing, bro?" Like,
No, so I took the cue ball.
Oh, yeah.
I put it back, but
I
take
like that
during
they
the
at least
show.
disabled the bowling alley during the show because
They
was
did.
a fucking nightmare.
Thank
Like,
God.
I don't know, man. I'm just glad to be. I just hope to be back.
Ready to get back
I don't
on the
care
road?
how they do it. I don't care if you gotta
How's the home life going?
wear a hazmat suit. That's fine.
How you dealing with it, man?
It's okay. I went to Home Depot today. It's not. By the way, Home Depot is maybe it's necessary. So everyone's cooped up. Everyone's got nothing to do.
No,
They're probably like, "Oh, here's an old project I wanted to take care of that I've been putting off."
no excuses now, man.
So I got nothing to do. I'll go to Home Depot, dude. It was packed.
Yep.
We had to wait like not that long, but
You had
there
to
was
wait to get in. Like
there was a
Disney
line
World?
line of about 25 people, dude.
No shit.
Yeah, like going around. We were only in line for maybe 10 minutes before you got in, but then, dude, then you're in, and it's so funny because I'm walking around Home Depot and I'm like, dude, there's hundreds of people in this Home Depot. Like it's packed, dude. And I'm like, why are all these people out? Like there's so many people in this, and then I'm like, oh, it's almost like if me and Elena weren't here, there'd be 2 less people here. Like I'm out too. Like it's
You're
weird when-
part of the problem.
It's weird when you're out. Like what everyone else is doing just seems so insignificant. Like I need to be out, but what you people are doing is fucking insane. Like,
You had to go to Home
You need
Depot.
to all go home. What I'm
Other
doing is
people are
we had to build
non-essential.
we had to build our own planter to grow plants on the patio.
That sounds
This is
important.
fucking essential. We need this shit.
That's important.
But no, but we're walking around. I don't know, man, and everyone's just we're just walking around buying shit.
Just bumbling around.
I guess, and yeah, okay, so everyone's kind of not close to each other. Everyone's wearing masks. Everyone's touching stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's
You keep dist.
close. I guess as close as a way as I could. I don't know.
Now, did you go to the register or you do the self checkout?
No, I went to the register because we had a shitload of wood.
Nah.
Yeah.
That worries me. Like the self checkout, even at like the grocery store. Like I'm touching all that stuff that everybody in front of me just touched. I think we should figure that out and do it better.
In Home Depot, there's less of that, but like, dude, another thing, like, I'm not a big handy guy. I don't go to Home Depot often. I didn't like being in there. Like,
I don't imagine. I don't picture you as a Home Depot
dude,
guy at all.
I know, and it sucks being a guy like me when you have to ask.
Were you asking Elena what kind of wood you should get?
But no, but there's just some other guy working there,
Like a man.
and I gotta go ask him for help, like a little bitch. Like it's very emasculating.
Is this a screwdriver?
Yeah, I'm like, where do you keep the things? And it's like not even my project. I'm like, my girlfriend wants to build this thing, and I don't
And
know,
he's like, what do you put? He's like, what are you doing? A new roof? And you're like, no, I'm making a flower
we're
pot.
making a flower bed. Yeah. And then you gotta like, dude, like you gotta like ask a guy to cut it for you. And he's like, how many do you want? I'm like 2 feet, and then 2 feet, and then these ones seem to be 3 feet.
Can you cut my wood?
Yeah, and he's just like slicing it for you, and like
That's so emasculating.
he's like, bring your card over here. Like it's you feel like a real little
Is he
bitch.
like, do you want me to carry it out to the car for you?
No,
And you're
it's
like,
bad.
Yes, it's heavy. Wow.
It was emasculating. Just the whole process, even like I don't know. I'm just saying.
That
Even,
is so sad. I didn't even know Home Depot cuts wood for you.
dude, here's the thing. I'm in there. And,
You don't own a saw, bro?
that's so funny you said because I look and they have a self-used like a self-service kind of cutting station with a saw on it. Now it's not like the whole power thing, but it's like a handsaw. And I'm like, I look at Elena, I'm like, let's just use that. She's like, no, we're gonna go ask the guy.
You had the Home Depot guy cut it. Did you ask him to cut it?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, that is the saddest thing.
I was like, I need it here.
Did he just like look at you and shake his head?
I don't know, man. He's wearing a mask. I couldn't see his eyes.
You could have just asked someone outside.
Yeah, get what
So it's so great you say that because then
the economy.
you leave Home Depot and you walk right into Juarez, Mexico, and we're out there and I'm loading the stuff up and I don't know what it is about me because one of these Mexican dudes pegged me and he's like, you need help?
I
And
know
I'm
what
like,
it is about you. Yeah, look like
I was like, no, we got it. And he was like, he's like, you need help loading it? I'm like, I can put the wood in the fucking car, man. I got it. I fucking got it.
these guys know very strong.
It's like, give me $5. I help you out, man. And then I'm sitting there
Pegged
and
you
I'm
as
putting
a mark.
it back in. I'm getting like splinters and stuff. And I'm like, I'm getting splinters. And the guy's like, I told you, I
They looked
couldn't
at
help
your soft ass
you.
hands. They looked at your soft hands. Were you wearing Dockers or something?
No, I was wearing shorts, dude, with like a backwards Rick and Morty hat and like some shades on. Look like a total douche.
Nope.
Yeah. And I was just like, bro, it was the whole experience was not good.
No.
And then Elena would ask me questions. She's like, how big a screw do you think I need? I'm like, big enough? I don't.
You are not a handyman at all, man.
3 inches of screw. I don't know. We got it though. We got everything. We got the stain
We or she?
and the wood. I feel like if I wasn't there,
I feel like you were a tag along.
except for I guess emotional support.
You're like her BFF on the Home
Oh
Depot
my
run.
god, she was bossing me around too. She's like, "Don't fucking put the card over there." I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like I didn't know. I was such like a little. It was, dude. I didn't walk
just
in there
sad,
with much dignity, but I
No.
left with much less. I'll tell you
Zero.
that much, bro. It was brutal. So
That,
that's
that hurts my heart, man.
yeah. And then we got back. No, we're good now. Dude, it was fine.
And then you watched her build a project.
I helped. I held the thing.
Put on 90 Day Fiance while she's out back building shit.
No, she's gonna, dude. As soon as we leave here, she's gonna start tearing that stuff up. I'm
You're gonna cook dinner?
I'm making dinner tonight. I'm gonna make
Don't
dinner.
burn
While
it. She's gonna get
I'm
pissed.
gonna make dinner while she uses power tools. Man.
Jesus.
By the way, can I just say this whole thing of making fun of me? That's part of the problem. Oh, I'm not manly enough because I don't go to Home Depot. There's kids in Portland right now that would have my back.
I have news
Those
for you.
little point of privilege
There are-
snowflake kids.
Nope. There are still gender roles, bro.
No,
If you
not-
go to
not
a Home
according-
Depot,
not according to-
the man should take the lead. I don't care who, bro.
You ever been to Berkeley University? They don't think there's gender roles anymore.
They're not going to Home Depot either.
Well, Tim,
And what's
there's,
going to happen?
there's-
Elena's going to have to go there and build a shelf for those kids.
there's 76 genders, Tim.
Well, one
Okay?
of them's a man. Where are you ranking right now?
No, dude, it's true.
How far down the gender ranks are
no,
you?
you're so correct because it's so funny how, I don't want to say how do I say this without getting canceled?
Yeah.
You know, we play the whole game that like men aren't men and women aren't women, but there's certain things in life where you'll still get thrown into a scenario and you're just like, like I should know where shit is in this Home Depot. You know, like I should be more manly.
You should have a saw. You should know how
Yeah.
it works. You should be able to pick out wood.
And I can imagine, and this is gonna sound bad, but like if you date a woman and she doesn't even know how to like use a spray bottle or something, you're gonna be like, hey, maybe you should know how to, like clean or something. I just feel like there's.
If I was a chick and I was dating a dude and he walked into Home Depot like he didn't know what it was, I would immediately be like, gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
Dude, she's playing with power
So
tools.
did you like go pick out plants and stuff at least? Maybe some new wallpaper patterns or something?
Well, you know.
Did you lend anything to this trip?
She asked me which seeds, like
All right,
plants
hold
I
on.
want to grow in the garden.
Hold on. Did you drive? Oh no. Don't tell me you rode shotgun. Don't tell me you rode shotgun. You didn't even drive? Oh God.
Shotgun-
COVID, take us all, COVID. It's over.
Shotgun there and back, dude.
Oh,
I had to have a man chop the wood for us. A real Paul Bunyan type.
You had no idea how progressive you were.
By the way, this guy wasn't even like that manly. He was just
Manlier.
this much more manlier than me. Like he was just a dude. I could have cut the wood.
Bro, I used to go to Home Depot.
I wanted to use a fucking handsaw. She wasn't. She was
I
like,
used to go to Home Depot so much that there's a saw in the back there that has a code on it. The one in Fort Lauderdale. I knew the code.
Oh,
I was
wow.
fired up.
Where the
guys that
fuck
worked
were
on
you,
it.
Tim?
I gotta give you some space, man. You gotta let a little bird fly once in a while. You know what I mean? I could have gone there and got your lumber for you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Bro, when I rebuilt my house, I used to go to Home Depot so much that I built my house. It took like fucking 4 years to I bought this old.
So hold on, he didn't build the house from scratch. He did things to it.
I bought a house that was built in the 20s, and it been
Well,
through.
you keep saying you built the house. It sounds like you found a
rebuilt.
plot of land and you just built it.
I rebuilt.
Thank you.
I rebuilt. I bought a house that was built in the 20s, and it went through a couple of hurricanes, and then it went through that last hurricane and sat unattended for like 2 years.
Dude,
So it was a mess.
You did a great job. Though.
Hole
The
in the
house is
ceiling,
so dope.
hole in the floor. It was a mess. And me and Craig rebuilt the entire thing, pretty much. All the studs, all the roof trusses, the whole roof. We basically rebuilt the whole thing, but kept it classic because it was a historic neighborhood. But I would go to Home Depot probably go there 4 times a week. And one time I was cashing out, and the cashier looked at me and she's like, "You've been coming here for a lot, right? For like 2 years, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And then I thought she was like gonna compliment me on doing my project or whatever. And she goes, "You put on a lot of weight."
Did you get fat?
What? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe
You're not even a fat guy now. Were you fat?
no. I just thought it was the oddest thing. I was like, "Fuck you, man."
Good for her.
Yeah,
That's
She's like, "I
uh,
recognize you've been getting fat since you've been shopping
getting
at Home Depot."
Fat. Yeah, well,
That was rude.
what are you gonna do, man? Were you wearing that same fucking police shirt that you're wearing?
Oh yeah, I'm wearing my police shirt.
Look at you.
Honor to those that are out there, man.
The guys protecting and serving.
Yeah.
They do both.
Yep. Cheers to the cops.
Yeah, they protect and they serve. Apparently,
I forgot to put this thing on.
cool shirt.
I got it it's a real police shirt. I got in trouble for wearing this.
Wait,
twice.
it's a real police shirt.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I was gonna say that's.
This is what the Fort Lauderdale cops
Looks like
wear,
you
though.
buy that at fucking Walmart. Or
I got it
something.
at a thrift store.
Yeah, okay.
But
It's a real police shirt.
I got in trouble for wearing this shirt a couple of times. I got to be careful. You know what I found out? You know what I learned? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm like, I got in trouble for wearing this police shirt, and you're like, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you? You can wear a shirt that says police. You just can't do a police action.
so you can't like shoot an unarmed black kid while wearing that shirt or something like that.
Yeah, that I'm impersonating. No, but you can actually wear it. I had to look it up because I almost got in trouble. Well, first time I wore this shirt, not the first time. First time I got in trouble for wearing
I
this
was gonna
shirt.
say, it looks like you've worn that a lot.
Oh yeah, it's old as hell. The first time I got in trouble for the shirt, I wore it to a rock show at the Metro. Remember the Metro
In Chicago?
Yeah, right
Right
across
on
from
Clark,
Metro.
dude. Yeah.
I was at a concert there, and some guy comes up to me. He worked at the Metro, and by the way, the Metro is a rock club in Chicago, and their logo is exactly the same logo as the Metro rail or the train.
It's the M with the circle around it.
Yeah, it looks exactly like the Chicago train system.
100%.
Exactly. And he comes up to me and he doesn't say hi or anything. He's very rude. And he just looks at me and goes, "Bro, what's up with the shirt?" And I was like, "What?" And, I just put on, I don't know. I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." And he goes, "You can't be wearing that." I go, what do you mean? He says, you can't wear that because people think you're the police.
You.
And I'm like, who is going to think I'm the police? I'm at a concert. Like, who in here is going to think I'm the police?
Look at you. Yeah.
And he's wearing a Metro shirt. I go, well, you're wearing a Metro shirt. I don't think you work on the subway.
Yeah.
And he goes, you can't wear that shirt. It's the only shirt I had on. I'm like, well, what do you
Oh, look, it's the fuzz.
yeah, exactly. So we reached an agreement, and he's like, well, you got to turn it inside out. I'm like, oh, that's going to throw people off the trail.
Well, it'd just be a black shirt then.
No, it kind of bleeds through. So he made me wear my shirt inside out.
Like an unarmed black kid when you shoot him. Am I right? Okay, keep.
So yeah, I got in
Fucking
trouble for wearing
cops.
this shirt. And then the worst time I got in trouble for this. I should learn, right? I don't learn.
Yeah, learning's gay. I don't know. It's not cool.
Who learns from their mistakes? I got in trouble in Fort Lauderdale wearing this shirt.
Hit me,
Bad.
Slim.
I
In Fort Lauderdale for wearing
Yeah.
that. All right, I could take 2 guesses.
I was coming home. I think it was the 4th of July, but it was afternoon. It was pre.
Was it a Saturday in the park? You think it was the 4th of July? Sorry.
That was in Chicago.
In Chicago, yeah.
No, I was coming home. When in that same house that I was
Cheers,
rebuilding
buddy.
when I lived in Sailboat Bend. I was coming home from downtown. We had lunch there, and I'm driving home, and it's only 4 blocks to my house.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting at a
Right
red
there.
light. There's only one light between all the bars and my house. It's only one light, and the light turns green, and this guy's crossing the street, and I knew him. He's a homeless guy, semi-homeless. I don't know if he had a place. He might have stayed in a crazy house or a
Time
halfway
out.
house.
Sorry to interrupt. You can't be semi. It's like being half pregnant. He's either homeless or he's not, bro.
No, you can be.
Yeah.
No, semi-homeless is like a guy that doesn't have a house.
That's true.
But he's
Like
like in the system.
Like a couch guy.
No, like a he's probably in a halfway house or government housing, or he was a crazy person.
All right.
There's a lot of crazy people that live in Fort Lauderdale, and they're not all sleeping on.
Fair
the
enough. I
They
retract.
sleep somewhere. I don't know how he gets there.
I retract my statement. Keep going.
So he's like semi-homeless, and they called him the Burger King because he'd go to Burger King every day. You don't know this guy? He was like,
No,
he was
sounds
like famous.
cool.
I think his name's Johnny Eisenberg, something like that. People knew his actual name. He's like a Fort Lauderdale. You know, you have like homeless guys that are always out on the same corner, and after years, you get to know them, or you know who they are.
Yeah, 100%.
I know a guy like that on Sunset, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So they called him the Burger King because he would go to, there's a Burger King on that corner, and he'd go there a lot, and he would get the actual crown. Now the guy's like 70 years old.
Nice.
He'd walk around with that plastic crown on his head downtown Fort Lauderdale at night. My band would play there, and everybody just called him the Burger King. Turns out his name was Johnny. So I'm sitting at the red light, and he's walking in front of me. The light turns green, but he's right in the middle of the lane. But he's moseying. He's not in any rush, you know. And he was probably heading to the Burger King. It was right there. And the car behind me lays on the horn, right? I'm like, Jesus Christ, you know, the guy's right in front of me. What am I supposed to do? Run him over? I look in my mirror, and it's a cop car. So I'm like, all right, here we go. And I kind of got a little bit upset because backstory: my house in downtown Fort Lauderdale was on the same street as the police station. The back of my house was on the main road, and the front of my house was on the back road. All the cops would come down that back road to get to the police department at the end of their shift, and they would fly down our street, which doesn't seem like that big a deal, but they'd always fly down the street like they don't give a shit about the rules. And one day, first off, it's not a industrial; it's a residential. Take the main road.
Yeah. And you're just out there, you're shaking your hand at them.
So they would come down our residential street, and they would fly every day. And I'm talking like they would take that corner and they would floor it because they wanted to get off work. I understand.
Cops don't give a fuck.
They don't
dude.
give a damn.
Yeah.
And my roommate Dad would get out there with a fist every day. He'd go, "Slow down." And one day,
Yeah, fuck them, dude.
one of the cops hit somebody's dog, killed somebody's dog on our street.
What?
Yeah, so that was a big thing. And finally, the chief of police said the neighborhood got really upset because these guys would fly down the street every day. And the chief of police, they had like a neighborhood meeting, and he said, all right, our cops won't use 2nd Street at the end of the shift. They'll use Broward Boulevard, the main road.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Just use the main street. Don't
Yeah.
come down our neighborhood, you know? And after they hit the dog, they said they would do that. All right, so fast forward a couple of months. I'm sitting at the red light. Sergeant Kimberly Hancock is behind me. She lays on the horn.
Lady cop.
She lays on the horn, And I'm like, Jesus Christ, the Burger King's in front of me. I got to give him his space, right? So he passes through. I start going, and it's only 500 yards to my house from there.
She pulls you?
She's right on my ass. So I make a left, I make a right, and I'm home, right? I put my hand out to tell her to slow down because she's right on my ass, and I pull into my driveway. And I get out of my car, and I say to Jen's in the car with me, I say, I'm going to tell her not to tailgate me and not to use this street. And Jen's like, that's not a good idea. That is not a good. So I get out of my car, and I walk to the street, and I kind of put my hand up like stop. And she locks up the brakes, and she looks at me like, what? So I look at her and I'm like, hey, first of all, like, probably shouldn't tailgate me like that. But second of all, I don't know if you know this, but the cops aren't supposed to use this street at the end of their shift. You guys are supposed to use Broward Boulevard.
That went over good?
Yeah, it didn't go over so well. It didn't go over so well. So she loses her shit. Like, she's like, who are you? What? You're telling me I can't drive down this street? I'm like, no, that's not what I said. But I said at the end of your shift, you guys are supposed to use Broward Boulevard, not Middle Street, So she's like, who are you? She pulls over. She asked me for my license, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just letting you know, the chief of police, somebody hit a dog, and they're saying, it'd be cool if you guys just use Broward. And she's like, you don't tell me what street to use, and she gets on a radio. Now she asked me for my ID. She asked me where I live. I'm like, yeah, I live right here.
The place I pulled in the driveway.
I parked in my driveway.
Yeah.
And she starts looking at my license. She's like, Middle Street. What's Middle Street? I'm like, you're on Middle Street. This is my house. I live here. So as she's saying this, a police cruiser pulls up. Then another police cruiser pulls up. Then another one. Then another one. I'm not lying. There was 9 police cars in my front yard. 9 cop cars. The last one pulls up, and she's got me. She's got my ID. She's going through this. She's giving me the whole rigmarole, yelling at me how she's yelling at all these cops here that I told them that Mr. Hanlon here thinks that the cops can't drive down 2nd Street. I'm like, no, that's not what I said at all. I said just at the end of your shift. Finally, this last cop comes up. I'm telling you, the whole street was blocked with cop cars. This last cop comes up. Big guy gets out of his car, starts walking up to me. And I'm like, dude, what did she call in? Like, what is going on?
Like
here?
a bomb?
Like, I told and he goes, she's the sergeant. I'm like, okay, great. I said, well, this is what happened. I said, I just asked her not to use the street at the end. And he's like, yeah, she's the sergeant. You probably shouldn't have done that. So now that all those Fort Lauderdale cops, they all got the bomb squad suits on, they got the hip holsters and all this shit. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to jail for sure. And all I did was just ask her, not to. So this other guy comes over. He's like chewing tobacco. He's spitting it on my shoes and shit. He walks over to Jen. She's in the passenger seat. She's like, has this guy been drinking tonight? And it's 5:00 in the afternoon. She's like, no, we're vegetarians. He just looked at her. I don't know what that meant. So he just looked at her and walked away. And then they come up to me and they're like, what's up with the shirt?
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, I
Here
didn't
it
even
is.
realize I'm wearing this
Police
shirt.
shirt.
I'm like, oh no, I'm fucked. And he goes, I wouldn't wear that shirt if I was you. And I go, and he said something. What did he say? He's like, I could arrest you for wearing that shirt. I'm like, or he said, I should arrest you. I said, you should or you could. And he goes, which I shouldn't have said. And he's like, I should. And he's like, you shouldn't be wearing that shirt. I'm like, yeah, it's a band. I'm fucking freaking. So now
the police are a band. I mean,
huh?
The police.
Yeah. So I said that, and the lady's like, I don't see any dates on there. I'm like, all right, whatever. So she comes over to me and she says, I could write you 4 tickets right now.
Okay.
Mind you, I had a perfect record at the time. I go, what are you talking about? I pulled into my driveway. She's like, driving too slow. The speed limit was 15 miles an hour. I'm like, how slow could I fucking drive? No signal to turn left. I made a left and then a right. And then impersonating a police officer. And I forget what the last one was. 4 tickets.
I don't think that's a ticket.
I was like,
Impersonating a cop. I think that's like an actual.
that's a crime.
Yeah.
Obviously, she couldn't.
Yeah, of
so,
course not.
no signal to pull into my driveway. Yeah. So the only thing she wrote me a ticket for was no signal to pull into my driveway.
Wow.
So I'm like, this is insanity.
Thank God Kimberly Hancock was out there.
I'm gonna
protecting and
fight.
serving.
I'm gonna fight this ticket, right? So I take it to. I go to traffic court, and the lady, she says that she was chasing me, and I was avoiding her, and I pulled off into the woods when she hit her lights, and I'm like, I'm listening to her say all this stuff to the judge. I'm like, none of that ever happened. I said I pulled into my driveway, and then I flagged you down. And she said her whole story about she chased me and I pulled into the woods, and then the judge lets me talk, and I said, when did you say that you hit your lights? And she says, before. I was like, but you never pulled me over. I just pulled it. And she goes, oh yeah, well he pulled into his driveway and then I pulled over. I'm like, you just told everyone. And then the judge hits his thing and says, well, the state proved its court $325 ticket.
Can't fight City Hall, bro.
You can't, bro. Kimberly Hancock, you're doing a fine job out there.
Bang up job. Someone should promote her to, I don't know, whatever you.
She's a sergeant.
What's above sergeant? Corporal?
I don't know. Captain?
Mayor? I don't know.
She got in trouble for letting a police dog eat peanut butter of another cop.
Nice.
Yeah. She's a good cop.
I don't like her.
No, she's not good.
But she's a cop, you know. And dude, laws. There's some weird.
But I looked it up. You can wear this shirt. It's not.
You're allowed to.
Yeah.
Okay, thank gosh.
You can't pretend to be a cop.
You can. Doesn't mean you should. It's maybe time to retire that shirt.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. There's some wacky.
I don't think anyone really thinks I'm a cop.
No one thinks you're a cop. Did you see? Oh, did you see the? Speaking of wacky laws and stuff, did you see what Georgia's doing now?
What?
Georgia, you don't have to because of the pandemic. You don't have to go and take your driver's license test.
Oh, I did hear this.
You just get it. I guess. I didn't read into like all the details.
This is great. This is a really fun trickle down of.
You just don't have to go there, right?
Corona. Yeah, if you're trying to get a driver's license in Georgia, no more driver's test. You just have your parents sign a slip. This is for like 16-year-olds. They don't have to take a driving test. You just go, fucking sign up, and they give you
That's it.
That's it, man.
Wow.
No road test at all.
Like a fucking permission slip to go on like a field trip or something.
Yep. And now you got a driver's license. You think they're just gonna do that in all the states?
Have you ever? I mean, I know it's been a long time since you took the test, but it's not hard. Like it's like I don't know how you fail it. Like
yeah, but if you fail it, you should not get the license.
True, that's true.
They don't even do the parallel park anymore, do they?
I think I had to. Yeah,
Florida does. A lot of states don't.
It's a while back, but I think I had to. But yeah, it's
done. Well, I guess as kids, like I think that if you were 14 and you worked on a farm, you could get a driver's license. Like if you know how to drive a tractor.
Is that how we're now?
I think most people in Georgia probably know how to drive a tractor.
I just yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I just think it's funny that they're just giving them out again.
They shut down the DMV, so they're just like, yeah, you can get your license.
Wait a minute, isn't Georgia the same state where you can go get haircuts in bowling alley and shit like that?
They
now?
did open back up. Yeah, what's up with that?
So how come you can't go to a driver's license if you can go get a haircut?
And you can get drunk and then go drive.
That's fun. That is a great time.
It must be fun to be a governor right now. Because, like, you could just do whatever the fuck you want. Like, there's no right, no right or wrong. Like, our state, we're going to do this, and their state, they're going to do that. And I don't know.
Yeah.
The governor of Georgia must be a lunatic.
Yeah, he's like, you can get haircuts, but you can't get a license. We'll just give you a license.
No, you can't get a license.
We'll just
you
give
can
you
get everything.
Can't get a driver's test. We'll just give it to you. Wow. Titty bars need to open back up. That's the next thing.
Essential?
Titty bars. How do you do social distancing at a titty bar?
Oh, that's going to be tough.
How do you get a lap dance from 6 feet away?
You can't open a titty bar and not let them do a friction dance.
It has to be full friction.
Full frick.
Full frick, my dick.
Well, Georgia's opening the bars this week, right?
That's going to be a weird one, though. And you know what's funny? Is even when we all go back, like even when we all decide.
You have to make it rain from like 30 yards.
But like once we all decide to go back to places, there's still going to be like, people are going to be like, when you go to a restaurant, you're still going to like, someone's coming, you're like, oh, let me get out of your way. Let me not touch this. Like, there'll be some residual long-lasting effects of people trying to like be less germy, but like, dude, strip clubs open up, they'll be packed day one, and when you walk in, no one's going to care.
Can you imagine? The strip clubs have been closed for months. They're going to be, yeah.
And people are just going to be like, dude, put your butt in my face right now. Like they're not going to care about germs or a mask. They're going to put. Yeah. CJ loves his new soundboard, dude. He's having a blast.
Shout out to CJ. He's killing it.
CJ, you ever been to a strip club?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah,
New Orleans, plenty of strip clubs down there.
Yeah, I bet.
I've been in a situation though where like it was me and a friend of mine, and we're like, I was a college kid, not a lot of money, you know? And my friend didn't know, and he just like, I was in the back just hanging out, but my friend like went up to the stage and just sat there, and they kicked us out because we weren't putting money on the.
Yeah, you gotta
no freeloaders.
You gotta make it rain.
There was nobody in there, dude. It was like the
that's when you stand out. You never want to be in an empty titty bar. No.
It was me and my friend, and it was.
That's it. That's a weird feeling.
Dude, we walked in, and it was like, Yeah, it was like way worse. I mean, it's way worse than an open mic can imagine as a stripper to like.
Yeah,
bomb,
I can
you know what
imagine
mean?
that.
Bomb stripping. You can't bomb though. Like there's
Well,
tits are
but
still out.
There's
Like,
no one there.
There were
Yeah,
the
that's
only two
weird.
there, and they got thrown out.
she walked the whole crowd.
She locked the crowd.
Wow. Yeah, I just think that once we're allowed back in there, though, all bets are off. No one's gonna. Dude, you ever see? I mean, there's some. I know a guy. Okay, I gotta keep his name.
Here we
honest. But I know a guy
His last name rhyme with Bellak.
that was no. I know a guy. It's not me, but I know a guy that went. A friend of mine. He went to a strip club, and had this girl like giving him lap dances and stuff like the whole night. And I mean, dude, the next day he said because you can't see, it's dark in there.
Oh no!
But he went to he just gets in the car, he goes home, folds it. But the next day, his jeans. I mean, bro, he said he had a poo stain.
Oh,
like
come on,
here
man.
to here on his jeans. Dude. Oh my god, how insane is that? And he had to pay for it.
Pay for the dance or the pants?
All of it.
The pants and the
I'll
dance.
pay for all that, dude. I think he just threw the pants out. But yeah, I mean, that's just. But that's what's weird. Like now, like we're so weird. We won't even shake people's hands. And 3 months ago, people are just putting people's butts in their face.
Bro, did you ever play 33rd Street Wine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know that little street right there?
Huh? Yeah.
On the corner on Fort Lauderdale Beach, there used to be a strip bar there, and the licensing's real weird in Fort Lauderdale. Like, and it's like that in a couple cities. You can only go full nude if you in certain districts or whatever.
Yeah.
So on the beach, you can't go full nude. They can only go like bikini. They go like to a bikini or
They're
something
like
like
pasties
that. Yeah,
too?
something like
Yeah.
that. If they want to sell liquor.
Right.
So this one bar was a strip bar, and then they lost their liquor license or whatever, so they could only be a bikini bar. And I was playing in a band at the time, and we actually booked a gig at that bar, at the strip bar. And I'm like, I heard we're playing. Oh, fuck, I forget what it was. It was called The Spot or something like that on the
Camel Toe?
beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Camel Toe. And it was the saddest gig I've ever played in my life. Because I mean, can you imagine playing a music gig at a strip bar? As soon as I heard that, I was like, what are we doing? But it was right on the beach, so they're like, oh, we'll do live music. That'll get people
With the
in.
strippers?
And it was because they weren't totally nude. It was the saddest strippers you've ever seen because like they couldn't work at like the Scarlets or the Tootsies.
It's like the D squad. Like, yeah, like,
D minus,
yeah.
bro.
Oh.
It was the D minus squad, and like one of the guys in our band's like, "Oh, this is where strippers come to die." Okay, I get it,
What'd you guys just play cherry pie? What'd you guys just cover?
dude. Well, so first off, I was in a hippie band, you know. I'm like,
Yeah, I know the kind of
I don't
music
know
you
who's
play.
booking the gig here, but this I can tell you right now, this is not a good gig for us. I can tell you that. So we go in there, and and you know we're playing like from Pink Floyd and shit. We're playing like classic rock. Which you know we're trying to do whatever some Bob Seger or whatever we can that can kind of fit the mood, you know. But we weren't.
And I'm the only one.
Right. We didn't do a lot of Motley Crue or
No,
AC/DC.
you guys played a lot of like lesbian bars and stuff.
Yeah.
You had a lot of Melissa Etheridge and stuff, dude.
Yeah. Oh, we would rip up some Melissa Etheridge,
Yeah.
you know, some Dave Matthews or something. I don't know.
Through my window.
You know, we could do like Stevie Ray Vaughan and Hendrix and shit, you know, stuff like that. But
You didn't
know,
do cherry pie?
No, we didn't do Cherry Pie. We didn't do any Bon Jovi or Linkin Park or any of that shit.
No Buck Cherry?
No. Oh,
God
man.
damn
We
it.
should have. So we're in there playing, you know, we're doing that. And again, it's a sad bar. You know, we could have used CJ and his buddy because there was only like, I don't know, 8 people in there or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we, so Phil looks at me, he goes, let's play Riders on the Storm. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's play Riders on the Storm, right? Well, if you know that song, The Doors, Riders on the Storm, like I think the album version is like 7 minutes long. But the swoop version was like 22 minutes long, you know? we would just fucking stay on that D and just ride that shit out, you know? We would play it for a long time.
Stay on that D?
It would just be like a long, you know, just ride that D, baby.
I like how he just said that.
You know what I mean?
I was gonna let it slide. I heard him say stay on the D, and then I just see CJ go, and I was like, all right, you go.
We would just jam on it for a long time.
I get it, baby. I
We
get
would
you
just-
jamming
we would
on the D.
just Jam on it.
Yeah.
Come on.
And so we're playing it. We're probably 12 minutes into this song, right? And I didn't realize this, but that club, because they can't totally get naked, they had friction dancing. They had a whole section in the back that was friction dancing.
Wait, by songs?
By the song, right? So
how
some
cool are
lucky
you
son of a
guys?
bitch had paid $20 for a song, and he gets a 25-minute version of Riders on the Storm. We're like
Oh, my
15
God.
minute into this song.
How
and
pissed were the girls?
This girl comes storming out of the back room, and she just looks at her and says, "Play a different fucking song." I'm like, what's going on? She's been grinding on the same guy for like 15 minutes for $20.
I
man.
came 3 times.
Yeah, she was tired of staying on
She
D2.
was sick. Yeah, right. It's like, play some Ramones, bro. This is 2 minutes long.
Oh, my God, dude.
Oh, man. And the guy in the back, he nailed it. He's like, yeah, I'll go get grinded onto the doors for
I'm going
25
to follow
minutes.
you guys around every show. You guys take requests. Play that Riders in the Storm
Take it from the top. Take it from the top. Let's do it again.
Oh, my God. That's great.
Yeah.
I
So if
went-
you ever play a titty bar, you want to keep the girls happy, just play them 2 minute long songs.
The grossest thing I saw in a strip club was at Scarlett's. It's a nice one. And we're smoking cigarettes, and there's like an ashtray on the table, and this stripper just walks by, dude, and she's on like cigarette duty, I guess, and she sees that the ashtrays are full. She could have like a bucket or a receptacle. She just sees our ashtrays full, picks it up, dumps it, all the shit into her hand, just walks off like holding it on, like she's like, "Bye, sure," and just like leaves.
Jaded, bro.
And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I thought that was the most wild shit I've ever seen in my life.
That is so not the wildest shit I've ever seen in a titty bar.
No. Well, literally, because like 2 minutes later, this girl on stage, this guy shoved a dollar bill into her butthole.
Okay.
And I was like, well, cigarette duty's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? You're fucking out there just.
She was taking her time on the cigarettes. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, I'll put a cigarette in the hand.
So those are going to come back strong.
Strip clubs?
Yeah.
We can only hope.
People need that contact. Or
Can
no
only-
contact. Don't touch.
Only hope, man. Full friction. That's gonna be weird to see people like meeting up with their friends at a strip club and like doing like elbows and like air hugs, and then they go in the back and just put a butthole right in their face, like just fucking like they don't, just like social distancing, but like yeah, they don't care.
That's what I thought about the like everybody in social distancing, but then I saw the grocery store lines. Like people are sharing a joint like in the grocery store line.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
People don't. I mean, listen.
Mellow, bro. Keep it
I
mellow.
don't, you know what? Who knows? Maybe COVID-19's maybe it's fake news. Maybe it's all fake. I don't know anyone that's got it.
From what I've heard, they're lying to say it's more, and they're lying to say it's less.
Dude, I don't know.
Depends on who you listen to.
I think no. I think it's super contagious. I just think it's a little less deadly than they initially thought. But dude,
I don't know.
don't matter. You still got to take the precautions, dude. You can't. It's something you don't want to fuck around with. Like just stay home. Plus, the government's giving us money. This is great.
Well, stay home through May, anyways.
Yeah, but no, in June, come out to comedy shows. That's what you guys start doing. June,
That's a good time. You know what? Take May off.
take May off.
Go to Home Depot.
It's on us.
Do a project. Paint the house.
Yeah, May's on us, guys. You just
Have the
take-
guy cut some wood for you.
That was embarrassing.
Get a boyfriend.
Let's check on before we wrap this up. Let's check on my girl Britney Spears.
Oh,
'Cause we were checking
Can we
that
do a
thing
Britney
out.
update? Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
you got her Instagram lined up, dude. She is so much fun on Instagram.
Hi
If
guys,
it-
I'm in my gym right now. I haven't been in here for like 6 months because I burnt my gym down, unfortunately. I had 2 candles and yeah, one thing led to another and I burned it down. So I'm in here and I only have 2 pieces of equipment left and I'm gonna show you guys what I do during this time.
Why does she sound so fucking weird when she talks? She sounds like fragile. She sounds like
Sounds like she's underwater.
yeah,
I've never
yeah, it's
been-
like she
I
sounds
have
like
never been more in love with Britney Spears than in the last 6 weeks, man.
she's so bananas.
Shout out to Merritt Leinsteiner for turning me on to
Did
Britney
she?
Spears'.
She is she's bananas out here, dude. She burned her gym down with candles.
Yeah.
Does anyone know any more about that?
Well,
or just-
all I know is she said she claimed she had 2 candles burning in her gym, and that burnt down the whole gym.
I almost I almost burned it.
You burned shit down,
All right,
haven't
fuck
you?
it. Yeah, I'll say I almost burned burned a bedroom down with candles once.
So you're in no position to make fun of Brit.
I guess not. I guess not. Well,
You gotta be careful with these candles, y'all. They're
Mine was
romantic and
different. Though.
everything.
Mine. I was drunk. There
I'm
was-
sure yours
there was-
wasn't in a gym.
I was. Yeah, no, it was not a gym. It was a bedroom. But mine had. I was drunk. There was passion involved. There was
Passion.
passion.
Drunk and passion.
All right, so I meet Elena, and we're Man, I think we're dating 2 weeks at the
All
time.
right.
We're fresh,
Hot and heavy.
we're fresh into dating. She still likes me. It's great. So we were at her house and we just got drunk, man. We just one of those nights.
All
You just pop back a couple bottles of wine and we're pretty ripped.
Open a couple bottles of bubbly.
Yeah, we're drunk and we go in. We go to bed, and dude. A little bit, it was a blur. I was very drunk, but I guess I was like, I'm gonna light some candles. She had candles out. I'm like, I'm gonna light these fuckers and be, all romantic and Casanova. So I light these candles, and then we go to sleep, and I forget to blow the candles.
Oh boy, rookie move.
So here's, I guess, all right. So she has like 1,000 pillows on her bed, right? So I go to sleep and
All very flammable, despite the little tag that's on there.
there's a nightstand right here, and I guess at some point in the night, I take one of these like memory foam pillows and I roll over
Aw.
like that, and the pillow hangs over the bed, over the nightstand, over the candle, and lights on fire. So I wake up, all right? Like, this is all I remember. So I go to sleep. I wake up, and there's a sizable fire behind me.
The
dude.
pillow you're laying on is on fire.
Like, not even like a joke, like a sizable fire, like 2 pillows worth of fire, dude. And I wake up and I'm like, holy shit! I kind of see it. And I kind of sit up, and there's 2 big, dude. These are big pillows. They're on fire. And I just kind of like smack Elaine in the face. I'm like, get up! And I just smack her. I'm like, God, there's a fire, fire! And she's like, what? Oh, she's freaking out. And I'm not thinking too clear. I should have just patted it out, but I'm thinking at the time, I'm like, yo, get the fire and get it out of the house. Like, get the fire out. So I'm butt naked, by the way, because there was some passion before this. And so
This story's getting better.
I just grab the 2 pillows like this, dude. I just grab them with each hand, and they're on fire. And I'm butt naked, and I go to the door, and just then, 'cause I didn't think this out. Like, my hands are full. Just then, almost like thank God, but not. The door swings open, and it's her roommate and her roommate's boyfriend, who I'd never met before, just standing there, and I'm butt naked holding 2 fireballs, and I'm like, there's a fire! And I just run past them, dude. My little butt cheeks behind me. I just run past them, and I run in their backyard, and this whole time, one of them is a memory foam pillow. It's just dripping this, like, hot, gross liquid, like, I run outside, I just throw it in the backyard, throw the pillows down. I'm like, holy crap. And then I go, and I'm butt naked. I go and grab like one of their little pillow things from like one of their chairs outside.
So you
I
kind of
cover up
pillows.
Yeah.
You're butt naked running down the hallway of a house with people you've never met before.
Yeah, I might have met the roommates once or twice. It was early, man. I didn't know them very well. And I barely knew Elena. And I set her nightstand on fire, her mattress on fire. I dragged this leaking, burning like shit all through the house. I come back in. I'm like, is everybody okay? And they're like, what the fuck, dude?
Are you naked at this point?
Yeah. And then I got dressed, and like I'm laughing. Me and Elena were laughing instantly. We kind of were like the thank God we're alive kind of thing.
Yeah.
The roommates didn't think it was funny. Fair enough. They're like, dude, this fucking guy's just coming here, burning down our house, like. And I like. Dude, it's bad. I had to. So the weirdest serendipity, dude. So now she's out of mattress. I'm like, all right, well that's the last time I ever talked to this.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
she's
over
like,
at that
I'm
point.
done. Like,
Yeah.
I pretty much just like throwing in the towel. I'm
You
like,
burnt
all right.
that one. You burnt that bridge.
And surprisingly enough, she's like cool with it. She's like, this is great. This is hilarious. This is great. This is what I want my life to be. Just hanging out with this guy, burning my shit on fire. But my buddy Jake just so happened to have this mattress sitting in his house for like weeks that was never being used. So the next morning. Because, dude, it burned up a nice mattress she had. And the mattress he had was a pretty good mattress, dude. And I call him up. I'm like, do you still have that mattress? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I need it. I fucking need that. And he just gave it to me. Fucking no charge.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Jake, bro.
Upgrade.
But, yeah, man. That's
Jake's
one
safe.
of the first times. People ask me, like, how'd you meet your girlfriend? I'm like, well, I had sex with her, and then I lit her room on fire. And that's pretty much, it's been history ever since.
Bringing a new meaning to a new flame.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it was hot and heavy. There's puns galore, guys.
And you handled yourself, man. I like it.
That's what I'm saying. You guys, you think you're a man because you can chop wood at Home Depot?
No.
Why don't you light a girl's bedroom on
Start
fire?
a fire and put it out.
Light a
man.
fucking bedroom on fire and ask you to come back. That's what a real man does.
There you go. That's awesome. Oh, you know what?
What else you got?
I don't know if you recognize this.
Oh my God, you brought that? No.
Elena heard you talking about that earlier.
You guys knew you set me up with this story?
Yeah.
Give me
set
this
you
thing.
up.
Oh my God, it's not. There's no way it's gonna turn on. Can you zoom on this? This was my.
Yeah,
this
turn
was
it on. Turn it on.
This was my. Does it turn on?
Yeah.
No, this was my
Turn it
phone.
on.
This is insane. It's on. Okay. Can you zoom on this? This was my phone. I don't know how tight you can get on this. It says there's no SIM card.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it still works. So look, do you see this though? It still works. I don't know. How tight are you on this thing, Siege?
I'm tight. Go ahead.
Look, the phone still works, right? So this was
So
the
I
phone.
would see Maddie carrying
It was
his phone
on-
around. I'm like, what the fuck?
It was on the nightstand that lit on fire. My phone was sitting next to it like this. Here's the candle. So it literally melted this whole phone, melted all this, and then this was the phone, but it's still. Oh my God, I can't believe you still have this. It looked like it still works.
Show the back of it again.
Oh my God.
The side, yeah, that side. That burnt side. Oh my God.
So this is the front. So like, dude, like you know, I used this phone for how long, Elena? A month or two? A while.
No, more.
And look, like you can still like if I hit like, you can still type things. So by the way, if you think Androids are better than iPhones, fuck you. This is the most. This is if this isn't proof in the pudding right here, dude. Look at this thing. I haven't seen this thing in like a year. Oh my God, there's still photos in this bad boy.
Oh, I want to see the photos.
Oh my God, this is before the. Oh yeah.
It's like going through The Hangover.
Photos. Oh, let's find a fun one. Oh, it's all Fresh Drunk Stone stuff.
No.
How ironic.
Bad memories. And then, oh my God, the first picture that's not a Fresh Drunk Stone one is me taking a poop. All right, well, we're done with that.
Yep.
This is crazy, though. This is, wow, holy shit. This is crazy. But yeah, so before you think you're a man because you can cut wood at a Home Depot, why don't you light a bedroom on fire and get invited back? Got anything else, Timmy?
Yeah, I think that's it, man.
All right. We'll be back next week. Wash your butts, wash your hands, and
Stay dope. Use soap.
love you guys.
See you
Bye.
next week. Peace.